Hey y'all, I'm Spencer, and we're going to talk about whether Modern Warfare 2 is worth your money or not. How do you figure that out? Pros and cons list. My mom would be so proud if she knew I was making a pros and cons list. Too bad I already bought the game and she doesn't watch my videos. Anyway, right off the bat, the internet's been up in arms over this game. And it's hard to blame them either. A sizable chunk can't even play, and those that can crash more than me after a good joke. That isn't to say all the feedback has been negative, although it seems a lot of people are frustrated with how the game rolled out and certain design choices developers made. Let's kick it off with the crashing. This game crashes a hell of a lot, and it seems to happen when people party up with their friends for some reason. It sounds like it's happening in groups of more than 3, although I personally have not had the game crash more than once or twice because I don't have friends. Dev errors galore, crashes aplenty. Modern Warfare 2 continues the tradition of AAA games from billion-dollar companies launching incomplete and full of bugs. Also, it seems like the devs forgot to include this one small thing. It's not that big of a deal. It's just the barracks, stats, combat record, challenge, and medal tracking. It's just noticeably absent from the game, at least at launch anyway. I'm not sure if this is an intentional decision or if it's something they're going to add later, but either way, it's an issue. And I'll throw in that currently there is no way to see how much time is left on a double XP, so I hope you're good at keeping track. Smile. Another big thing I noticed is this crazy flicker on the screen on most, if not all, the maps, which is incredibly distracting at least, and could be a health risk if someone is, I don't know, prone to seizures. Hey guys, post-production Spencer here. So I recently learned of a fix for the flickering situation I just mentioned, at least on PC. You download this program called DDU and you do an uninstall of the current NVIDIA drivers and then reinstall the previous version. I believe it's a 5.16 version. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Links will be in the description for that and the DDU. It will fix the flickering issue. So there's something wrong with the current NVIDIA drivers that came out a couple days ago as of recording this video. So I'll post the links in the description. Try it. It should work. If it doesn't, well, at least you tried. Okay, now I'm going to try talking about the UI without getting upset, but here we go. It trash. It's the worst UI I've ever seen on any AAA game ever, and it freezes at every turn. There was an announcement during development that Activision had brought on former UI designers from Hulu, and that explains why the game UI looks like a streaming service, but like a bad one, or a cheap pay-to-win mobile game. Everything is horizontal, and just trying to scroll through your friends list or see all the camos is infuriating and makes me want to scroll. I'm just gonna leave this up and say nothing. Now on to gameplay. The game feels pretty good. Guns sound beefy, and the reload animations are polished. They actually recoil, and the maps look phenomenal, even if their design is questionable. Time to kill is a tad on the quick side, to say the least. Although it seems the devs buffed the sprint out time since the beta, so it's not nearly as bad if you like to run around like me. Although I do have to say this, if you like to jump shot, bunny hop, just don't do it when you're trying to ADS. Don't do it, because it slows down your ADS time by hundreds of milliseconds. Just run around and ADS that way. If you gotta jump, make sure you're already ADS or you're not gonna fight someone. Otherwise, you're gonna feel like your character is the weakest person in the world. Not to mention footsteps have been toned down tremendously since the beta as well. It doesn't sound like an elephant is running around in your game, or 12 elephants, if you will. Now this is where I have to talk about the game's target demographic. If you like to play slow, pre-aim angles, and hold down buildings, this game is perfect for you. It's usually the person already aiming in that will win most gunfights. So if that's you, you'll do well and you'll be fine. If you're like me and you like to run around and you get tense when you're sitting in one spot for too long because you have ADHD, it's going to be an adjustment. You can't sprint around like it's Black Ops 2 or any other COD game. The game seems to want the player to play more tactical and thoughtful with their engagements, and I guess that's fine, but you know, it's lost the arcadey aspect that we've seen since Modern Warfare 2 originally in 2009. And with sprint out times longer than the time to kill, it's pretty clear that's what they're going for. It's almost like the game rewards pre-aiming and the Sentinel playstyle. Camping. I'm not hating, although it sounds like it. I would just prefer if the game catered to all playstyles, not just those that make the company money. Because if casuals are happy, they will sink money into the store, which on a business level I get. However, isn't that the point of skill-based matchmaking? Oh. I said the word. SBMM is stronger than ever. And I don't have the time or energy to get into the debate of whether or not it should be in the game right now. I'm just stating that it is, and it's toned to Wumbo, and you can make your decision based on that. On a more micro level, the spawns on some maps are terrible. The whole game, really. There used to be this flying animation that would pick a safe spawn, and you'd usually die because by the time you flew in, the spot wouldn't be safe anymore. However, it seems the devs have moved that to just invasion and maybe ground war. I'm not sure, I've not played ground war yet. Although there have been games where I've spawned in and the enemy has been facing the other direction right in front of me, and he hears me charge my weapon, turns around and kills me immediately. And that's just it sends me. Other than that, a few minor things irritate me a bit. You get pegged with the frag grenade, it basically acts like a stun and it lasts forever. Flashes and stuns are powerful, and Battle Hardened does not seem to be an adequate counter. Like when I get flashed, by the time it's over, I could have gone out, got a cup of coffee, got an office job, worked 40 years, retired with a 401k, bought a house, had kids, raised them through high school, and come back and I would still be flashed. Oh, and Last Stand is back as an ultimate perk, which is fine, I guess, even though it was super annoying in the original Modern Warfare 2. Although the kill credit goes to whoever thirsts him. So if you go through all that work to down someone, basically downing like Warzone, and they're in Last Stand, if your teammate just happens to run by and finish your kill, they get the kill credit, not you. Like, what the actual fuck is that? So that needs to be fixed. It's like when Warzone first launched, and it would be the kill credit would go to whoever thirsted, and that needs to be fixed. That's atrocious. Overall, despite all I've said on the negative side, Modern Warfare 2 is not a bad game. It's not. It just needs some updates, add in the missing content like the barracks, and a lot of bug fixes. I've actually had a blast playing a new con for the first time since Cold War. I didn't play Vanguard that much. I think the devs will eventually polish up the game, and even though it should have launched in a very polished way with the 3-year development period, I think it is worth buying. You can adjust to the way the game wants you to play. This has been Spencer Tentoes. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed. It really helps out the channel. And drop subs for all things Modern Warfare 2. Peace out. Much love.